In other news, Singapore has unveiled plans to help develop international standards in emerging and key areas like AI, clean energy, and biomedical technology. Deputy Prime Minister Gan Kim Yong says standards can help build trust in global trade in a time of geopolitical uncertainty. Now, the aim is also to help businesses to adopt these standards early and compete better in overseas markets.
The next decade will test the global trading system in many ways. There will be pressure to build separate systems, to localize rules, and to treat standards as instruments of protection. Singapore believes there is a better pathway. Standards and conformance should help keep markets open, innovation trusted, and economies connected.
Part of the plan is to work with overseas partners. Several deals were signed with countries like Indonesia, Vietnam, Australia, and Korea to share knowledge and technical expertise in emerging topics like AI. Singapore will also work with ASEAN partners to shape and drive common standards.
The Singapore S&C community needs to go beyond building trust for Singapore. We need to also contribute to building bridges across the widening chasms in the world. S&C can provide a common ground, offering a neutral, rules-based foundation that builds trust between countries, keep markets open, and enable businesses to innovate and internationalize.
Other focus areas of this new Standards and Conformance or S&C roadmap include public health, sustainability, business resilience, and digital trust. The government will work with industry to develop these standards. It will also provide sandboxes for firms to try them out before they are adopted more widely. At the same time, the country will grow the pool of professionals with S&C expertise in emerging areas such as AI. Businesses say meeting certification standards opens doors to new markets and business opportunities. Some of them report annual profit margins increasing by as much as 7% after becoming certified. Now, in order to meet the standards, they're expanding their teams to strengthen production processes and operations. Nadirah Zaidi has more.
Whether it's filtering out insects, stones, or broken grains, this quality control process has been in place since 2012. But for the local rice importer, distributor, and manufacturer, that's no longer enough to earn the confidence of overseas markets.
We realize that our clients who don't know us keep asking us, what's our quality like, what's our standards like? And we cannot just claim, we have to demonstrate it through certifications. And this ISO certification standards helps us better portray our brand, our service level, and our commitment to serving these clients.
ISO is an independent organization that sets global standards of products, services, and systems. As part of its certification journey, Tong Seng Produce invested about 1.2 million Singapore dollars on various initiatives last year. They expanded its quality assurance team for audit documentation and compliance. Staff are also equipped with data analytics skills to monitor its sustainability processes.
These certifications actually do help us better prepare. For example, like I said, smooth operation delivery, lesser client feedbacks or complaints. Even if there is a complaint, we are able to trace the source and find out solutions, better solutions to then rectify these issues.
Since being certified, the company has expanded to 4 overseas markets and is now exploring opportunities in Europe, China, and the Philippines. As for this education group, safeguarding data is critical, especially as digital transformation accelerates.
At this current cyber security attacks, where it's getting more and more complex and our digital landscapes is getting very complicated, it's important to know that instead of being very reactive, we need to have a point to be proactive as well.
The group spends about 100,000 Singapore dollars a year to maintain data security standards. But Enterprise Singapore says adopting such framework is the right direction for companies looking to grow their global reach.
The stakes are ultimately about trust. Trust that what is measured is accurate, what is certified is safe, and what is agreed upon holds across borders. That is what this community exists to deliver, and it is work I'm glad and grateful we do not have to do it alone.
Enterprise Singapore says it will support Singapore companies to develop and adopt standards as well as to achieve certification early. This is vital, especially in key growth sectors like AI, precision medicine, and offshore wind.